Hello children, welcome. How are you all? Might be fine. Today after a long time I have uploaded a video that is based on angles. From our childhood we are learning about the angles. So let's continue with it in little bit deeper. Before starting to tell about angles, I want to tell you the difference between the line, segment and ray. I know you know it, but just we will revise it. Segment. What is segment? Both the side of a row is a constant stop dot, that it is called as segment, as given here. This side there is a point and this side also point. That means it is a constant. It can't be raised from both the side. Hence we call it as a line segment or segment. This one is having both side arrow. That means it can be extended from both the side. Hence we call it as a line. This one having a one side constant dot, full starting point or whatever you want to say, and the other side an arrow. That means only from this side it can be extended. Where there is an arrow, that the side line can be extended, raised further. But if there is a dot, then it won't be raised. Okay, so it's a constant. So this is the main bit different between line, segment as well as ray. Now let's start with angle. What is angle? Angle means two non-collinear rays with a common angle. Means when two lines meet each other, two rays meet each other, they make an angle. Anyway, wherever the two rays meet. For example, simple. If both the elbow of a hand meet each other, elbow I am talking about, okay, they are also making angle. It is acute angle. We can't extend up to a more, so it can't be obtuse angle or right angle. What are they? We will further go in deep. So there are two ways to write angle. One is directly writing the major angle, as I have given in this example. ABC, major angle B is 60 degree. So I can write here angle B. This sign is indicating angle. Angle B is 60 degree. The other way is angle ABC is equal to 60 degree. Means full name of the angle ABC. The middle alphabet or name is measurement is given. So whichever the alphabet or name comes in the middle, the measurement is given of it. They should be always in line. You can give the name of an angle ABC or CBA. You can't give ACB or CAB. They should be in continuum. Okay, see, angle can be of any way. This PQR, it's so fully upside down, and major angle is 125. Okay, here major angle B is 80. In this one PQR, we can say major angle Q is 125, and in the other way we can say angle PQR is 125. In this one ABC is equal to 80 or major angle B is equal to 80. So this is the way how can we write angle sign. In triangle there are, why we call it triangle, because three rays meet each other, and when three rays meet they make three angles, and hence it is called as triangle. Okay, so this is the knowledge about angle. Now let's move further. Here the types of angles. First is right angle. Right angle means when every angle is given a measurement, is calculated, is given a measure as a unit. So when an angle of a measure is 90 degree, exactly 90 degree, not less than or more than, then we call it as a 90 degree, is called as a right angle. It's called as right angle, and we will write ABC is equal to right angle, or we can write major angle ABC as 90 degree. When a measure is less than 90, we will call it as acute angle. We will call it as acute when the measure of an angle is less than 90 degree. When the measure of an angle is more than 90 but less than 180, we will call it as obtuse angle. Listen properly once again. When an angle measure is more than 90 and less than 180, we will call it obtuse angle. Okay, next one is reflex. When an angle measures more than 180, we call, but less than 360, we call it as reflex angle. So you understood the difference between obtuse angle and reflex angle. When an angle measures more than 180, it's a reflex angle. When a measure is more than 90 but less than 180, we call it as obtuse. Okay, I think so these points are clear. Let's move further. Now what is straight angle? When a point is there on a line, its measure is 180 degree. So straight angle means a point is having 180 degree measure. It may be this also, this may be, all are having 180 degree. Okay. Next, zero angle. When an angle, as I told you, when two lines meet at a point, two rays meet at a point, we say angle has been made. Here also see two rays are meeting to each other. 0 to A, that is in black one, and the other ray is 0 to B. Both rays are meeting to each other at 0, correct? But they are not making any angle as they are on a straight line. They are not, a little bit also difference is there between them. Hence we call it as a zero angle. There is no rotation. Is there any rotation of 0 to 0 and O ray? No. Hence we call it zero angle. I think so this is clear. Last one, complete angle. When a point ray is there, on a ray, a point, starting point, its measure is totally 360. The upper, as we did straight angle, if the point is there and we measure upside, we told that it's 180. When we are measuring full area, complete angle, of course 180, 180, 360. This is the one way to remember. The other way is, this is full rotation, a circle is always 360 degree. That's why we call it as a complete angle. Okay, so we did 6: right, acute, obtuse, reflex, straight angle, zero angle and complete angle. These were the basic types of angle. Little more deep we will go. Okay, in that, first one is adjacent angle. What is adjacent angle? Two angles are drawn having a common vertex. This is called as common vertex. This is by mistake 0 is been typed here. It should be here. Okay, so while watching it, imagine it is here. Okay, so it is having a common vertex O. A O B and B O C. That means A O ray is meeting O C row and O B is also meeting at this point. This is a common vertex. Common vertex is which? Named as O. So there are two angles, AOB and BOC. Here that means angle has been divided into two. Okay, it is having common vertex and common arm, but not interior portions are divided. We call it as an adjacent angle. Now angle bisector, the image is same but there is a difference. When a ray divides angle in equal two parts, then it is a bisector of that angle. That means ray AB and BC on both are meeting at this point, and BM ray is cutting it on, bisecting it exactly at equal angle. If this is 45, this will be 45. Why I took 45? Because this is right angle. If it might be acute angle 40, then 20, 20, obtuse 110, then it might be 90, and so it will be divided that way. Okay, so measure of the angle should be same, means bisector always divide an angle in equal two parts, and only and only one bisector can be drawn through an angle. Okay, in this we learn two things. What is angle of a bisector? BM is a angle of a bisector having an equal measuring angles. We call it angle bisector. What is a bisector? Bisector is that ray which cuts an angle into two parts. Equal two parts is called as bisector. Okay. Let's move further. Linear pairs of angle. Now it looks same like adjacent angle. When it is given, both a linear pair, adjacent angles are given which are not having common pair of opposite rays, the adjacent angle are said to be an angle in linear pair.
See, now these two angles are there, AMB and BMC. Here vertex is common as well as arm MB is common, correct? Its measure is given, AMB is 50, BMC is 130. If you add both this, you will get 180. When the measure of two adjacent angle is 180, we call it as linear pair of angle. When addition of two adjacent angle is 180, then we call it as a linear pair of angles. Okay, very easy. Just think what it is. You will be feel very easy. It's a very easy concept. Okay, let's move further. Vertically opposite angle. When the arms of one angle are the opposite ray of the arms of other angle, these angles are called vertically opposite angle of each other. In this case, see, AOB, vertical opposite angle is what? DOC. They will be congruent. They will be always congruent. As it is a right angle, you are saying it's a right angle. Okay, all angles are right angle. Hence, AOD is congruent to BOC. This is also vertically opposite angle. So, vertically opposite angles are always congruent. And if it is right angle, if you think about this, line AC, OB is the bisector, is a perpendicular. Hence, everything, see, DB, OC is a perpendicular. If we talk about AC, OD is also perpendicular. So, by the opposite rays are perpendicular to each other. Same way, LOM, MON, LOP is congruent to MON. LOM is congruent to PON. This way they are the vertically opposite angle. Fine. Next one is supplementary angle. See, by seeing the image, you will think what I am telling. What is supplementary angle? The measure of two angle is 180. Then we call it as a supplementary angle. Immediately a question will arise in your mind. The linear pair's total sum is also 180. How we will find out that it's a linear pair or supplementary angle? When it's a point of linear pair, they should be adjacent angle. And if we talk about supplementary angle, they should not be adjacent angle. See now here, as I have given, there are two angles. They are not adjacent. They are not having any common vertex. They are not having any common arm. They are two other angles. Okay. But if the total is 180, they are closer to each other and their total is 180, we will call it as a supplementary angle. As in this, both are right angle. When one is right angle, the other will be right angle. If I have to tell that this diagram is of supplementary angle. If one is acute, I have to tell the other is obtuse. Why? Acute is less than 90. The other will be more than 90. Then only the total will be 180. So one is acute, the other will be automatically obtuse. And if one is obtuse, the other will be acute angle. So vice versa relation is there. So the total of the measure of angle should be 180. But they should not angles. Okay, clear till here? Same way complementary angle is there. There is a bit difference between supplementary angle and complementary. That is, only the sum of measure is 90 degree in case of complementary angle. Okay, as in supplementary, the measure of angle should be 180 and they should not be adjacent. Same way, the sum of the measure of two angle is 90 degree, but here also they should not be adjacent angle. Okay, and in this, so you remember one thing, both the angles will be acute angle, as the total should be 90 only. So they are 90 only, as acute angle means less than 90 degree. So if this is 30, this will be 60. If this is 70, this will be 20. Why? Because the total should be 90 degree, then only it will be called as complementary angles. So in this case, in complementary angle, remember both the angles will be acute angle, whereas in supplementary, one acute, one obtuse, and if it's right angle, then both will be right angle. Okay, clear? Next point. Now we are talking about the angles which are being made by the transversal. Transversal means what? A line which pass through two lines, cutting it by cutting, or we transfer it by intersecting it. Okay, when it is doing this, there are many angles are made. Many means what? 8 angles have been made if a single transversal is passing through two lines. Okay, for example, line L, in this portion, line L and line M are two lines, and line P is a transversal. Okay, while transferring, it is making 8 angle. The exterior angle I have not named, I have just named here interior angle. Okay, so here what are interior angle? When the line passes two coplanar line in distinct point, two pair of interior angles are formed. Which are the two pairs? One is this AB. This is the interior pair of this side, and angle C and angle D are the pair of this side. So these are the two pairs. A and B is one pair, C and D is the other pair of the interior. So this will be interior angle. If you want, there will be a proof to prove whether these two lines are parallel or not. To prove that this interior angles, if total is 180, then it is proved that these two lines are parallel. If the total is not 180, sum is not 180, that means they are not parallel. Okay, this will be the proof in the. So you should know what are the interior angles. Okay, same way alternate. When two lines are intersected by a transfer, two pairs of alternate. Here as interior two pairs, alternate also two pairs are made. Here I have given the same name so you understand better. This AB is the interior here, this CD is also interior over this side. But now we want to talk about alternate. So A and D is the one alternate pair. C and B is the other alternate pair. Okay, clear? The same diagram I have taken and I have named here all the angles. ACFH are the exterior angle, GDEB or B, these are the interior angles. Correct? Now, when two lines are intersected by a transversal, four pair of corresponding angles are formed. How many pair? Four pairs are paired. Like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. These are the four pairs which are the corresponding angles in them. I have given different colors to them so that easily you can. Which is the correspondence angle of E, F? Which is the correspondence of G, H? C, D, A, B. Easily you can tell. Okay, and remember corresponding angles always congruent. If major angle A is 60, automatically major angle B will also be 60. These are called as corresponding angles. So these were the types of angles which are be useful for you for your scholarship exam as well as for your Olympiad exam as per your studies of the school. Okay, if you like this video, thank you, subscribe it, like it.